Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn, a love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get the animal oracle, and we're going to look at what you may be struggling with. Then we're going to look at current energies, what you need to look at, and then future energies, what energies may be coming in for you. We're going to get some tarot, we're going to get some clarifiers, and close out with an oracle. All right, so what's going on with Capricorn in the love life? And who needs to hear a message? What are they struggling with? The abundant universe will provide. Okay, you're struggling with things happening for you. All right, current energies. See the big picture, okay? Maybe you're feeling like things aren't happening for you right now, but you have to see that big picture as in maybe you're needed to take this time to yourself to work on some more things within yourself and to process some things. Future energies, we have eagle spirit. Spirit has your back and believing that, okay, everything is kind of happening for a reason and that the abundant universe will provide, and that maybe you need this time for yourself just to work on some things that you didn't really realize you needed to work on, or you needed that alone time to process things. Overall energy, electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Sometimes I feel like even though we may think that I'm kind of feeling like this is for the singles, that because I feel like it's kind of like you're waiting for that person to come in. But I feel like there may be something else that you need to focus on. I feel like maybe it's your time to start a business, or it's your time to focus on your career, or it's your time to have that time to yourself to get back into those things that you enjoy doing. Like maybe you like to play golf, and that, or maybe you like to paint, right? Maybe you like to paint and you've kind of gotten away from that, and you're like, you know what? It really helps me a lot to do that. And I feel like maybe it's because you need to get back into those things and get yourself into that place where you're focusing on you. And so that way you have that strength, so that when that person comes in, that you don't change your whole life to suit that person. That person that comes in says, hey, I see that they like to paint, and that's important to them. And so that they don't try and change that. And like you're already in a happy, good place before this person comes in. Or it could be that if you're in a relationship and you're kind of feeling this, you're like, oh, I'm in a relationship, but I'm still feeling this emptiness within the relationship. Well, is there something that you need to look at within yourself? Like what would make you happy? What do you feel is missing? What do you feel is lacking in the relationship? What do you feel that will help you to feel more fulfilled? But you can't put that on someone else. You have to have that fulfillment and that happiness within yourself. You have to make yourself happy first. And if you're not doing that, you can't put that on someone else. They can add to your happiness, but you can't put all that onto someone else. Like, you have to make me happy. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make yourself happy. You have to be happy where you are in your life and your choices and what it is that you're doing. You have to see the big picture, right? You have to see the big picture of all of those things. Maybe there's a business that you've been wanting to start. Maybe there's a new career that you've wanted to do, and you're in a relationship and you're like bringing your ideas to life. You have an idea for something. And maybe it's time for you to focus on that. Maybe the time has come for you to focus on that and make it happen. Looking towards the future, make it happen. Taking those steps to make it happen. Ready to face those challenges, right? Whatever those challenges may be, is you're ready to get into it. You're ready to focus on those things. You've been thinking about it for a long time. There's something that you've been thinking about for a really long time that you've been wanting to do, that you've been holding yourself back from doing, but I feel like now is the time to make it happen because it's something that's important to you. And by focusing and doing what is so important to you, that changes your energy and that changes your relationships around you, because you're happy, you're feeling satisfied, you're making yourself happy and you're doing those things that you enjoy and make you happy, and that energy goes out to the people around you and makes your relationships calmer, easier, more fulfilling. Ideas. I feel like you have an idea for something. 7 of Cups right below this electric eel. Bring your ideas to life. I feel like you have an idea for something, that you want to do something, you want to accomplish something, you want to change something. I feel like now is the time for you to focus on that, and to see that now is the time for you to focus on that, and to let go of those inhibitions or those I can't energies, and focusing on the I can, and how can I make that happen? How can I make that, how can I bring that to life? How can I make that happen? Looking within to find those answers, and what are those obstacles? Is it the obstacles that you have from your partner, or is it the obstacles that you have within yourself? What truly makes you happy? Again, seeing that maybe if you're single, that this is your time to explore those opportunities and make it happen. Bring that idea to life, and maybe seeing that now is the time for you to focus on that. Because when you get in a new relationship, like, you want to put a lot of effort and energy into that energy, and that relationship, and you get excited. And then you feel like, well, I'll just put what I was focusing on the back burner, right? And then it's like, before you know it, you've kind of stepped away from that. And I feel like this is the time for you to shine. And it's that relationship that you have with yourself, to pursue those dreams and ideas and bring them to life and bring that happiness, and that helps your relationships around you. The Fool, new beginnings. Taking that leap of faith, being silly, being foolish, taking chances. I feel like now is the time. Now is the time for someone, like, bring your idea to life. Make it happen. And it could be something that you do with your partner. The two of you do something together. Or that your partner sees how happy you are, that you're focusing on that you're finally bringing your idea to life, and it makes your relationship stronger. We have the Queen of Swords, and then we have the Ten of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who kind of finds those answers and those resolutions and those ways to make it happen. Finding the way to make it happen, to release those burdens that you feel that you have on your back, or those I can't energies. Finding out, what does that snake represent? What is blocking you? Shining a light on it, and then coming into this Queen of Swords energy and making it happen and to shine. We have the Peacock there. To spread your feathers and to shine and bring your ideas to life. Not holding yourself back anymore, finding the reasons why you can't make it happen, but finding the reasons why you can make it happen. 3 of Pentacles, putting the work on. I know this is a love reading, but I feel like it's kind of that love that you have for yourself, but it does help your relationships around you, and for you to maybe understand that if you're single, why that person isn't coming in, because you're doing these things to get yourself into a really good, healthy, positive place, energetic place, so that that person that comes in can easily, nicely fits in this life that you have created for yourself here, this positive energy, this enjoyment, this success, and this happiness that you have, that person comes in where you're in your best energy, right? That you're in your best place. Sometimes when we're feeling in our lowest place, that's when we look for our relationships, and then we find that person who is kind of in that same energy. So it just kind of just magnifies that negative energy. But this is you getting into this positive energy, and you having that person that comes in and says, wow, look at you. You're working so hard on this positive energy, and you're bringing this idea to life, and you're pursuing your dreams, and you're making things happen, and you're in this I can energy, and you're not in this I can't energy. And look at you, and I want to, you're drawing people in that are in that same energy. Or if it's in that partnership that you have, that you feel that there is an emptiness, but now you're starting to fulfill that because you're making yourself happy, and you're working on those things that make you happy. And that helps your overall energy, seeing the big picture, that your happiness within yourself expands to the happiness with your partner that you're ready to take things on, you're ready to make those challenges, you're ready to make those choices, you're ready for those new feelings, those emotions, not only within yourself, but within your partnership. Pursue, there's a business, there's some kind of idea or business that you want to pursue, that you want to make happen, that you start to explore, you start to research, you start to look into. And that's exciting, and having that perseverance and having that dedication and learning and educating yourself and knowing that it's going to take some time, but it has that inner fulfillment that you didn't even realize that you could have, and that maybe that you hadn't experienced before. So it fulfills that emptiness that you were feeling back here, and that void is feeling filled, and you're feeling more grounded in that friendship that you have with your partner. Right? That friendship and that partnership comes back into play, because you also have to focus on yourself and your happiness within a relationship. You have to make sure that you're not putting all of that happiness, that fulfillment on the other person, that you're also doing it yourself. I love it. I love when I start with a card and then I end with a card, because we had the Three of Wands starting over here, and we have the Three of Wands finishing, and then we have the Fool on the sail and the Fool over here, up here, as overall energy. And I feel like this is a new beginning for you. I feel like this is a new start. I feel like this opens up a lot of opportunities for you that are very exciting and fulfilling in so many different areas of your life. And it could be this new business or this idea that you start, and that's maybe where you meet your partner if you're single. New career, going back to school, new job, and that's where you meet your partner. Could be. But also that fulfillment within yourself. That's so exciting. Taking things into your own hands and taking control of a situation, that if you feel that there is an emptiness or a lack within a relationship, within yourself or with another person, that you take that into your own hands and you figure out, how can I change that? How can I make things better? Let me see the big picture. What are those things that I can do to change up? I have to take control of the situation. I cannot leave that to someone else. If there's something that I'm not happy with, I have to figure out what are those things that would make me happy, and then take the actions to make it happen. To not only think about it, but also to take the actions to make it happen and make those changes. Thinking of those solutions and those things that you can do to make those changes that bring that happiness in. That's up to you. You have to do it. The signs are around you. The energy is around you. To embrace it and move forward with it and take the actions to make it happen. All right, so let's close out with a Lenormand. Bring your ideas to life. Especially, I love that, right next to the Fool card and the Magician. The Polar Bear, that there's always going to be obstacles in life. There will be times when things become, easier. They're not as hard. They're kind of moving along nicely. And then there will be times when there will be those challenges. And now I feel is one of those challenges where you're like, okay, let me power through this, right? Let me power through the ice like the polar bear. Let me use my strength and power through this, and look within to find those answers and see things from a different perspective, and do those things that make me happy, and actually take the actions and put the work in to make them happen. To have that exciting future. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.